Wow. I just got upset. It took me 40 minutes to close my third eye, and I'm not even sure that. And I started getting upset, like I'm releasing emotional pain, and I hear things collapsing, and poof. And I'm thinking, wow, if all of us do this at once, which I believe many did, is it that powerful? Is the third eye just the darkness? It's your eye to the darkness. I don't know. I can't put 5 things on a list that's good that I've experienced since this thing has been open. Since it's been open, I have been targeted. My life has been attempted every night for the past 276 nights. Tyler, they used everything on me at one time, one night, and even the meanest people on the planet, some of them had to walk away. They won't tell you this because they don't want you to know that they were involved. And this isn't a pity thing, and I forget what I just said, as if there's something in my environment, I can feel my brain pulsing. And I'm not sure if this is other beings or if it's ex-military who think that they're hitting someone else. I don't know. I think we're done with that excuse now. Or at least I am. I'm done with that. But I'm just sitting here thinking just of things. And I have a lot of time on my hands, so I use my brain. I try to use it for good, for myself first. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the I keep asking myself every day, what is this world that I'm living in? It just seems so wrong, and so I'm so unsettled in it, and I shouldn't be. Especially me, I shouldn't be unsettled in this world at all. Once again, I am grateful, many thanks and gratitude to those who are working towards something better, wherever that is for you. Yep. This is this is that goodbye stranger, it's been nice, hope you found your paradise. And this is ain't nothing holding me back. There's nothing or nobody that can stop me. This is getting on a boat, setting a boat up, buying a boat. This could even be some underwater living situation. Eventually the oceans will dry up if this catastrophic event winds up taking place. If we keep going the way that we're going now, it not only will this take place, but this could be the end of existence with what was created and then what attached itself to it. Yeah, we self-program or just self-aggrandize when with things like this, where we forget about all of the things that we had going on before and then there are other people interested in science like this who are doing things away from the others, who could have had some very skilled intel ops that could hide the fact that they were doing so. And you put all these people together with all these things in space, and it creates a problem. Because when you're this pushy with it, you're a narcissistic scientist, and I love you. Some of you are amazing people, but it becomes dangerous when there are too many in the same pot. And it's innocent people who don't even know this is going on. It's animals that can't speak up about how they feel, and there are animals who are getting hit or yelled at because they're not doing something or they're not performing well. They feel it too, Insects, the trees, everything. That's what it feels like to me. Like the entire planet is just sobbing. It feels down. It feels painful. And I believe that even people with money can't kick it. Like I can't get rid of this feeling that I feel I'm supposed to go through. I thought I went through this dark night of the soul thing, this rebirth, whatever you want to call it. But maybe I was distracted by something, and it could have been money. It could have been money or some type of huge opportunity. And I don't believe that anyone was behind this to say, I don't think it's easy to gauge where someone's at, because it happens in different order on different levels. Different order would be different times. But there could have been that this was a loyal, honest thing. and it blew up from there. Yeah, this could be a clothing line or partnering up for some network with people, and this could be this could be the sharks, because this would be partnering with people on a network, and the hangman for me would be seeing things differently, which would be inventions, right? You could, but then some of you, it was law firms, you made partner and stuff like that. The most, and this is, oh my God, I feel awful that I said, people say this is the most painful process, and I don't think so, or I'm that good of a person, you know. And at the time, I don't think you said it because you're a mean girl or a mean boy. It was a sense of pride where I got through that almost effortlessly. This is something that we're going through all together. Besides the forced attacks, there are already solar attacks that are hitting all of us. And I have a feeling that some of these people who attack think other people are attacking when they're not. It's real dangerous right now with how similar they feel. So maybe everybody who knows something, there's always those people who know everybody who are involved. Okay, you think they were hiding. Okay, is that what he said? Which, right? Maybe you could all get together and say, listen, I don't care if you all got to sleep in the same, make it a trip, so that you know that nobody's doing anything. You'd have to trust that they don't have people. It's important for everybody. That's the focus here. We want to see what we feel when nobody is, because some of these things that this is how weird it got when too many people are involved in these companies grow and grow. And now it's, even if you have robots, there are people who want to hack your programs and then program them to do. You have all these people doing things. I just lost my train of thought again. This is insane. It's a hydro projector that they created. Is this the Soviets? This isn't you. This is your brother or brother-in-law. Hi. Hello. I'm sorry, sir. Much respect. Yeah, so, but, all right, what did I say? The law firm. This is somewhere where you had to travel and go across the world, but what's happening now is an attack that, whether it is from that, or whether it is from that, or combined, something has to change, because the attacks will not protect anybody, as it's something coming back to. And these attacks could be something, I mean, it could be something you could never foresee, getting caught in something and not dying for a long time where nobody could get to you, you know, the cave thing, like that guy. Hats off to you, sir. Yep. And for the cutie pie who did the hello. Excuse me. But what I'm going to go back and say it again, because I think I almost had it and then I derailed myself. So you're flying across the okay, you could have went far, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, these attacks, these satellite that was up in the sky, could have been, some of these things could have been giving off something that they didn't even know of. And then with that comes, they find out, or someone else did, and they're like, oh my God, we could make ships and then get justice this way. Yeah, and then we'll add, this is the ship, right? Here's a ship in slices, so that tells me this is like a plan in progress. This is finished product with now the star, the pentagram. I see there's a pentagram in there. Excuse me. And someone was collecting moon rocks and stuff, or they said that that's what they were doing. And now you also have, so they built something. Somebody else now in that group, because there's not a lot of sense of loyalty when it comes to anything, especially things like this. There's always somebody, and I could be one of those people that's like, I like learning this, but I would do better by myself. Especially if I had the finances to do it, I would do it by myself, even if I had to build robots to do it, because I would see that I couldn't trust humans as I'm paying attention as the observer I always am. So now this thing has this on the bottom of it? Was that because of the accidental finding that it gives off intense heat radiation, or whatever this engine is, whatever this clutter is. And then with that comes these friends of yours getting ideas. Boom! You know? And then what's this? These are conniving. This Queen of Wands doesn't have to be female, but it's just conniving. And then now wanting to go with you on trips and meetings and stuff. And like, where the fuck were you? Like, you just used to sit around and do nothing. You just sat in the office all day. And all of a sudden, you're interested in being a protege of mine? Huh. With the engineer. Huh. A Hayoka. Huh. It's hard for them to tap into your thoughts because you don't have any. Ilya. Blank. Okay, they don't want me to say any more names. You know why I do this. The same reason why I did it for you when you found money and you told your boss otherwise. You didn't tell him how you really got it. We forget these things. And this is another sickness, as far as I'm concerned, in our world, is the gift of avoiding acknowledgement. And I guess we have a good excuse now. Well, my memory is being erased. I didn't remember. That's not going to sit well with you. It's going to make you feel conviction immediately. And this is when we say something that doesn't need to be said, like, ha, ha, ha. So, right? Out of the norm for them. And then the other person can tell, being the observer, like we said, that they are, that you're bullshitting me or you're not sincere, right? Brewer. B-U-E-R. No, Brewer. It's not you, but hello. And goodbye. Oh, wait, what am I looking on here? Ugh. I should just look in the book instead. Let's see what this guy's up to. Oh, I thought it said Funny Farm. That's sure. Okay. His list of specialties includes the philosophy of nature and an understanding of plants and their medicinal purposes. And he is said to be able to recommend good familiars to sorcerers. So this is somebody that recommends things, but let me see how this goes as they are a demon. Recommend familiars to sorcerers. And he's described as taking the form of a centaur with a bow. His sign is Sagittarius. Head of a lion and 5 goat legs that point outward like a star. There's nothing demonic whatsoever about our friend Brewer. When we buy a bottle of aspirin from the grocery store, it's worth remembering that there was a time when something as simple as a headache medication that we can so easily take for granted would have been seen as an esoteric or nearly dark creation. So it could be something like that, where you're getting, I'm recommending, you're a bad fucking influence on me, is basically what they're saying. You're telling me to create things that attack innocent people. I want to say this again. You're telling me to invest in things, and they may not have worded it this way, and maybe this is what's coming out now. I invested in crafts that were created to directly attack any target that will not submit, sir. What if it's a fucking infant? What if you're being blackmailed and it's a newborn fucking baby? What if it's a pregnant woman? What if it's your pregnant wife? What if it's your mother? Your daughter? And you know what the sad thing is I feel every time I say daughter or wife, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as much as if it were the son. And here's some of your sons lost your businesses. Some of your sons lost their lives because of greed, bad business with drugs, weapons. And some of your daughters ran that shit like butter. Even if they didn't know they were running it. Even if they were just that go-to person for you that never got the credit. Anyway, this is a dark creation, something that could be seen as a dark. You have people judging others for creating stuff while they created something that was so much worse. And I'm not getting into details because that shit gave me an instant feeling of don't even get involved. It's too messy. It's too dirty. There's nothing too dark for the universe, but I mean, this is the universe. This isn't like the universe is going, you're punished. This is what everything is being put out. There's too much hatred and competition and power struggle, and it's creating darkness that wasn't here before. So now when it comes back, none of us can say we're not, I'm not to blame. I know that I can sit here and honestly say that I refuse to take any blame for what everybody's going to have to experience to understand how important it is for the frequency to change. And it's beyond just us. It has to happen with force now because of all of the shit that was created that's creating these barriers and these holes and everything. There's barriers in the wrong places and holes in the right ones and vice versa. Is there now this is another thing. It's after we recognize this savior, this Jesus guy, this thing, this is not coming here to save anybody. Or they weren't appreciated, he wasn't appreciated when he did. I mean, they put him on a fucking cross supposedly, right? It's acknowledging that and then relying on something else again. You know, because I'm being told something. Regardless of what was shown or made to be, or there's no doubt in my mind, I'm still just being told. And I'm that person that needs to experience something, right? Except when it came to that doctrine. Nobody really experienced any savior or saving or some God loving his son more than the world. Or the world, yeah, it's the world more than the child. What does that tell you about your God? I mean, Jesus Christ, the shit was in plain writing, and then you doctor it up over time. It said, this God of yours, it's the greed and the power, loved the world so much, he sacrificed his only child. And here we are fucking praising this motherfucker. No, thank you, no can do. There's a difference between the creator. The creator creates, this God destroys. Look at the fucking world we're living in because of his belief. 90% of the planet at one point believed in this. So I go by facts. I don't go by books. I take it in and I go by how I feel. I put my own twist on everything. I'm a creator. I create all day, every day. And then it says focus on science, especially medicine and dietary concerns. That's for someone else's content. Yeah, because someone else started getting tapped in when it came to information, but you're apprehensive about it because you know that this shit is so distorted. So what I would say is it's possible, right? But I'm not certain. And don't ask me where I'm getting this information from once again, right? And then you're going to have to ease into saying that another way. All right, this is what this is what I got. This is what I got. You know, you're going to have to find out what's comfortable. But more people are becoming comfortable with this weird thing. I don't know how many are speaking about it, but I can feel that there's no choice, that something is being forced to be believed in. The question is, how uncomfortable are we going to let this get for everybody? I'm saying this because there are still a lot of people who either are just relying on others to do it when you have something or some information, or you could stop doing something while that's happening. These could also be things that were already up there that they don't have access to. If they're metal, then they could be now conducting electricity and pulling it in from the sun. It may not have to have the right whatever's involved, whatever material and elements or is involved with solar with solar panels. It could just be they're becoming. Just like inside of us, it's pulling in something. Say that these things are all over the atmosphere, because I saw a video that somebody did saying that there were, now it wasn't trillions, that's like stars and galaxies and stuff and things that are way beyond our own. I don't know if we'll ever know. I don't know if something is just infinite, it should leave it alone. Unless it's forced, unless it's proven easily. Yeah, you'll drive yourself crazy. But it was a lot. It was, I think it was tens of or hundreds of thousands or something, at least tens of thousands at one point, and then it kept growing and growing. So now is this this weird firmament that was created? Are we just kind of surrounded by this electrical force that now we have all this metal and shit around us and in us we're pulling this in? Somebody may have to study this and then figure out a way to take them down, because am I wrong? I don't know how this works, because I'm going by what they showed on television. It seems like gravity would right, how do you remove them? Somebody knows. You put them up there, right? You're gonna have to find from here on out something to put and mix in with metal, a compound, or figure out which metal does this the least and factor this in somehow with building everything. This is going to have to be the new focus. What's not going to pull in shit? Because it could have always been this way, that whether it's seen or unseen, that there's just an electromagnetic, right? Electromagnetic, which means it can be pulled in, it can be pulled. Are we creating a humongous planetary-sized? And if we are in this ship that some of us saw, right, with this dark metal freaking ship, is that also? I mean, are we just flying through the universe or orbiting in the universe as this fucking massive receiver? All right, well, then you guys can figure that out. Bye.